There we go. Sorry about that. My thing just completely glitched out. And the car, of course, the sound's glitched out. Okay, I'm just going to have to leave that because I don't have any other choice. And I've just missed that another Baz has crashed out. And Guru's going to pit. So Fryer's not pitting, so that is surprising. But that means Flo is going to golden opportunity now, since he's going to be in P3. As oh, oh no, he may have pushed that a bit too early. He's pushed for soft. Just gonna sort my sound out quickly because this is just glitched. Okay, this has gone well. Okay, apologies, you're gonna have to deal without any sound. Oh, there we go, sound's back. Okay, so you've joined me. Sorry about that session just decided to completely kick me out. You joined me when the race leader is pitted for softs when it's still raining, which is a bit of a huge gamble. You've currently got Poco is now leading the race. Oh no. Yeah, I think Josh is just trying to lap himself. And obviously, Jimmy refused to move over. Okay, but that's these the rubies right now. You've got Poco, who's currently got 18 laps all into this. You've got Salfire, who's on 26. And the rain is getting lighter, but there is no in Earth it is ready for softs yet, for dry tyres in general. So the top three could be are still up to debate. Like who's going to get the positions, all that. But I think we'll have one more lap to go. No, not one more lap. Oh yeah, I see what. Josh is just trying to lap himself, but the game's probably glitching out. So yeah, Josh is unfortunately going to be staying a lap down, unfortunately, it looks like. Alright, so we now have 7 laps to go, and it's all for play for still. Just have to see how this race is going to go with only 7 laps to go. Yeah, Sunset, it's probably best you just don't ask. It's just chaos. You've got someone on softs when it's still raining. You've got literally penalties galore. You've got guys who drive. Yeah, I know, Sunset, I know. I was a bit surprised when it's still raining and the track's going to be wet for a bit, probably to the end. So that's pushed it to the gun. Other than that, just some good overtakes, good racing, but obviously, unfortunately, just a chaotic race after 6 cars in the end of this lap. And then we can get started now for the last lap. Oh, last lap, sorry. We've got the last 6 laps to go. Is Palco going to get a victory in his debut race? So far, going to do some miracle again in the inters, or is Flo going to snatch the win away? And Poco's gone brilliantly and left Salfara in the dust. Flo's got a huge amount of gamble now, as the rain is very light now. But unfortunately, the tyres are it's just not dry enough yet. The track's still going to be wet, as you can see by the grip. Unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna have a chance at all at the moment, unless the track evolves very quickly. But less about that. Let's go back to the front. You've got Josh Nolan who's trying to lap himself. Oh yeah, I forgot about Ghosting when you're on lap down. But let's see, as Polko is now 2.3, Flo needs to get past him as soon as possible, or Polko's going to have a sizable gap before the end of the race. Polko's tyres are probably on the edge too. But obviously he knows Southfire's tyres are going to be much more worn. I'm curious if Southfire has pushed this for the softs or something. But Flo is losing time behind him as the gap's nearly 3 seconds now on one lap. Further back, nothing else has changed. All the cars just trying to get through the right order. You've got Extra, Tapper, you've got Libanau who's now disconnected too, so this game's just very good for Masters. As Flo's all over the rear now, he should get in on this straight. Flo needs to get past him if he's going to have a chance. And he's going to literally make a move. No, Southfire's put the fence on. Is he going to get it in the second? He's going for the inside line. Southfire just can't defend it with his tyres. And Flo's into P2. He now can chase down the Haas. P1. As Joshua Nolan laps Southfire. That shows how bad his tyres are. And now, is Southfire going to hold on to an unlikely podium? As XJ's gone very deep there, and a Tapper takes back P5. XJ's gone very wide over the curbs. Thankfully, oh yeah, I told him. It's too early for the wets, and that's unfortunately ruined his race. Let's go back to the front. It's nearly 4 seconds the gap now, but Polko is still pulling away. 5 laps to go now, and Flo has to get 4 seconds of time pulled out of his car. As Southfire's got Jimmy on the inside, and now the outside, and takes P3. Now let's see if Flo can get that gap down, as Joshua Nolan goes fastest. The track's definitely evolving. And it won't be long before DRS, I think, might be happening. Before maybe there's 2 laps where he wants to tap it. Is he going to make a move? He does! Makes a move to the inside line. It's side by side. Southfire's trying to battle him off on his old tyres, but the Tapper's going to be outside the line. Oh, contact, and Southfire spins! He did not have the grip and stop in time and bumped into a Tapper. As the Giri retires as expected. As Flo's got the gap down by 8 tenths in 1 lap. That's not enough. He needs more. He needs another 3.2 if he's going to even have a chance to get this victory. His tyres are 8 laps fresher, and here he goes, 2.7. This is going to be close to the end now. You've got Joshua Nolan, the ghosted car behind him. Further back, you've literally got Jimmy, who's currently trying to keep a podium, but a Tapper might steal it. Or you've got XJ behind, who couldn't get it too. You've got Crank, who obviously was on wets before, it was on Inters, and showing his pace again. And you've got Libanau, who's having a good recovery drive, as the ghosting. It's in him and Alex. As XJ's gone wide, Crank might have a move here. Actually gets the better exit, and he just pulls away. Milo back at the front. The gap's now 2 seconds with 3 laps to go. This race is really on. And who is going to blink first? Is Flo going to pull the gap down enough to get the victory? Since he won his first victory in France last season. In the F2 season. You can definitely tell the grip's very lenient as Primes gets past Libanau now, who's ghosted. Shows how bad this kid is, annoyingly. Flo's currently got 1.6 now to the leader, with 2.5 laps to go. Can he do anything now? He's much better in Sector 2 and Sector 3, but I think Paul just has a bit more straight line speed. As, oh, a bit of mistake there by Paul. Literally, Flo's going to be less than a second now with 2 more laps to go. Jimmy and the Tapper. Oh, Jimmy's got a bit wide here. Tapper might make a move here on the inside. Going down the back stretch with the toe. He's just too far back, I think. But further back, Flo is now getting even closer to Poco. It's now 7 tenths. He's got 2 more laps to survive from Flo. Let's see. This is where Flo's much quicker than that sector 2. As a Tapper's literally pushing Jimmy into sector 2. I'm just curious when if Tapper's going to make a move, or will he stay behind him for the obvious reasons. And now Flo is, look how quick Flo is in this sector. He's cut the gap from 8 tenths to 4 tenths. He's going to have a golden opportunity now if he can get closer, because he'll get a bit of a tow. As so far is on the softs, but I'm curious how he's managing. It's still a bit damp. Yeah, he's 5 tenths down, so it's still a bit early for dries. And look at this, Poco's made a bit of a mistake there. Flo's all over him. As meanwhile, Tapper's taking P3 away from Jimmy on track. And here comes Flo. He's going to the outside now. With literally 2 more laps to go. Comes with a crossover. Poco just doesn't have the grip compared to Flo. Side by side. Is Flo going to go around the long way round? He's going to do it. Flo takes the lead. And I think that was Crank who span out. It is definitely soft, but these guys cannot pit now because it'll be a huge gamble if they pit. As DRS is enabled, it is drying, but the front runners, they don't need to pit. It is too big of a gap now. Because if they pit now, it's going to be too much of a risk. With Flo just needs to manage his inters for 1 more lap now after this. As he's pulling away against Poco, who's just struggling with the tyre grip on his inters. But what a race this is going to be, literally. As Wrigley gets Livinal and XG, who's on a reel for podium, unfortunately he's lost loads of time. Now we're on the final lap now. Flo starts nearly 2 seconds ahead of his P2. He's got 1 more lap to go for the pre-season race, as the Tapper goes even fastest now. With a 27.4 and very worn and 13 lap old inters, but I'm curious what the soft runners are going to do. But I'm going to stick with Flo now, obviously, since he's going to be battling. Is a Tapper going to make a move? He might get close enough in sector 2. Further back, you also have Living Out and Wrigley still battling for P6 at the moment. More cars are pitting for softs now. As Telfara goes faster than a 25.7. Get anyone else get near that? Has become the last few corners now. Oh, Tapper's all over the rear Poco. Can he get a P2? As Prime's got 3 seconds added to his time. Here comes a Tapper. He's got literally 1 last chance. But Flo has literally managed the elements. He's managed the carnage. And he's going to win an absolutely hectic Hungarian test drive race for the second season. And here he comes across the line and wins here in Hungary. Poco's just going to hold it, but he's going to lose it on track and sets for P3. Jimmy's P4, but with a 5-second penalty. Wrigley jumps to P4 with no penalties. Alex P6, Livinal P7, Crank P8, Jet P10 as Josh Unknown is a 21.7 now, fastest lap. And that's so far. Can he do anything against that time Josh has just put? Will he get anywhere near it? I think he did. I think he did a 20. He could have done that. But what an interesting race to have here today. Alex is your driver of the day. And obviously you had literally everything here today. You had safety cars everywhere. You had crashes. You literally had overtakes. You had everything. You had drying conditions. And obviously this is hopefully an opener for the season ahead of us here in Euro. Whew. So your winner is Flo in the Red Bull. You have a Tapper and Esteban on P2, and then Porco, I think, on his debut race, P14 to P3. Well, that would be my driver of the day. And gets P3. Wrigley gets P4 with no penalties, just missing out on a podium. We got the Jimmy, Alex, Libanow, Crank, Optimus Prime, and XJ round off the top 10. You then have Jet, Salfaria, Josh Unknown, Gurid, Baza, Lucas, Michael Botter, Liam, and Beals, and Fry Pepper. Josh Unknown gets passes, and that was a 21.7. The only person close was Salfaria with a 23.3. Shows how much good Josh Unknown is in the changing conditions. Oh well, this has been JJ doing the pre-season race, and hopefully we'll see you when the season starts fully. So, goodbye everyone, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it, and apologies for the glitches.